What if I told you that the secret of infinite money wasn't aught invented by modern bankers, but by ancient kings who discovered how to turn metal into obedience? What if gold, silver, and even today, sir, digital dollars are all part of the same ancient illusion, a trick of symbols that makes you work for something that doesn't even exist? Think about it. Why does your money lose value every single year, while those at the top seem untouched? Why are we drowning in debt while central banks create trillions with a single keystroke? Because this system isn't new. It's the oldest con in history. From Rome to Babylon to the Federal Reserve, every empire that rose to global power discovered the same forbidden formula: how to print control without limit. And that formula is still running your life today. So before we go deeper, tell me where you are watching from. Because no matter what country you live in, this story owns your currency, your job, and your future. Stay with me. Hit subscribe if you're ready to uncover the unfiltered truth the elites don't want discussed. Because once you see how they built their empires, you'll never see your paycheck the same way again. Let's start with a myth, the myth of honest money. Every history book says ancient trade was built on gold and silver, hard, tangible, unchanging. But that's a lie. Even 2,500 years ago, the elites of Lydia and Rome discovered that power didn't come from gold itself, but from the belief that their coin was pure. They began shaving coins, diluting silver, mixing copper into gold. A few percent here, a little metal swap there, until suddenly a denarius wasn't worth a denarius anymore. Sound familiar? Prices rose, bread cost more, soldiers demanded higher pay, and the emperors, they simply printed more coins, declaring by decree that value had not changed. That's the birth of fiat. Fiat, from the Latin fiat lux, meaning let there be light, or in financial terms, let there be money. Rome fell not just from barbarians, but from its own currency rot. By 300 AD, the silver content of coins had collapsed from 95% to less than 0.02%. The empire was running on faith alone. Fast forward 1,500 years. America ends the gold standard in 1971. The US dollar, once backed by tangible metal, becomes backed only by trust and debt. Sound familiar? Each empire repeats the same pattern. Create money from nothing, use it to fund wars and expansion, hide inflation behind complexity, collapse under debt and disbelief. Ancient Babylon had clay tablets as ledgers. We have Excel sheets and digital central bank reserves. Same illusion, upgraded software. And just like Rome, we've convinced ourselves the system is eternal. We believe this time is different. But the ancients thought that too. Sound familiar? Here's where the story turns dark. You see, there was a secret council in the ancient world, the Temple of Delphi in Greece. While the public believed in divine prophecies, the priests controlled the money behind the rituals. They lent gold at interest. They manipulated the coin supply. They quietly debased their reserves, the first shadow bankers in history. And when kings ran out of funds for wars, guess where they went? The temple vaults. That's when the elites realized, control the issuance of currency, and you control the empire itself. Now, take that same system, put it in suits, skyscrapers, and swap temples for central banks, and you have the Federal Reserve. The illusion never changed, only the architecture did. Because today's priests don't wear robes, they wear ties. And the temples of Delphi have become data centers, algorithms, and liquidity desks. But wait until you hear the name of the modern high priest who revived this ancient system in plain sight. You won't believe the name, and the receipt is wilder than you think. Let's decode the alchemy, the transformation of nothing into money. In ancient times, it was simple metallurgy. Mix cheap metal with gold. In modern times, it's digital engineering. Mix cheap credit with debt. The primary mechanism is what economists politely call monetary expansion. But in truth, it's debasement 2.0. Here's how it works. Step 1. Central banks issue currency against government debt. Every dollar you hold is someone else's IOU. Step 2. Governments borrow more to fund wars, bailouts, or projects. In Rome, that was military conquest. Today, it's financial conquest. Step 3. Inflation acts as invisible taxation, eroding real value while keeping the illusion of prosperity. In 2008, the Fed printed $800 billion overnight. By 2020, they printed $6.3 trillion in just 6 months. By 2025, global central bank balance sheets exceed $33 trillion. That's not stimulus, that's debasement. Now compare this to the ancient world. Rome debased silver by 99.8% before collapse. We've debased purchasing power by 97% since 1913, the year the Fed was founded. Coincidence or pattern? Even the methods rhyme. Ancient emperors decreed new coins. Today it's quantitative easing. The illusion of infinite money fuels infinite control. Because once a population accepts currency by decree, they become bound by invisible chains of debt. You think your salary goes up? Inflation already stole it. You think your house price rose? The currency shrank beneath it. It's the alchemy of obedience. And who profits? The elite 1% holding assets, real estate, stocks, commodities, while the working class holds currency. By 2024, the top 10% owned 89% of all US stocks. Meanwhile, the bottom 90% held 0.3% of the new money created. It's not economics, it's extraction. A parasitic system that feeds on illusion, the same illusion ancient rulers used to justify divine right. Except now, the temple is digital, the coins are code, and the faith is algorithmic. We are living inside the most sophisticated fiat empire in history, a global Rome with no borders, ruled not by emperors, but by central banks, asset managers, and algorithms that decide who gets liquidity and who gets crushed. They've perfected what the ancients began, the illusion of value without value, the power to print reality itself. Here's the hard truth. Every empire that discovered the secret of infinite money believed it could last forever. Rome thought its coins would always be accepted. The British thought the pound would always rule. We believe the dollar is eternal, but history doesn't repeat. It rhymes louder each time. The difference today is speed. Digital fiat moves at the speed of light. A crisis that once took centuries to unfold could now implode in days. And when faith breaks, money dies. When money dies, civilizations collapse. The ancients warned us. Debasement is the beginning of the end, but we call it policy. So the question isn't if this system ends, it's when faith in the illusion finally runs out. Because when empires play God with money, it always ends the same way. Panic, debt, and rebuilding from ashes. The only question left is, will we be the next Rome? So if you see through the illusion, share this video. Wake someone up, and before you go, ask yourself this: are we wiser now, or just walking the same path in better suits?